this off air, though. Doink, now we're on air. Holy cow. I hope this isn't something to, I hope this isn't what the night's going to be like. That's crazy. Good evening, everybody. I'm going to get to everything in a minute. This is just nuts. So I went to type to John when he was out in the chat room to let him know I sent him a link to Facebook, and it wouldn't allow me to type. I typed it, and then it said error, try again. Gave me a little line against my name, and it's not even shown that I did it. You know, that like my name's there, but no message. And now I just hit the live button, and it won't let me go live. Had to come out and come back in again. So we're going to be here tonight as long as we can. All right. So anyways, let me reload that.
Freaking dogs.
Let me reload that. Johnny, it's not even showing up in the on the outside as we're live.
No, it's not. That's I just looked at.
That can't be good. And it says we're live. It says we're live in the thing. You know, in the upper right-hand corner. You're on mute, Johnny.
Yeah, it says in the left corner of the screen, it says waiting for Tomahawk Mike DeLucia.
It says I'm live, though.
Yeah, if you go to the regular chat screen, it doesn't.
Yeah, right.
It's showing the chat, everybody on the side, though. I don't know if they can hear us.
Hey, guys, can you guys hear us out there? Anybody? Going once, going twice? Are John and I live?
There we go.
Hey, Guns Girl. All right, thank you, Big Dog. All right, so yeah, what a screwy night so far. Hopefully it's not going to get worse. I don't need any issues with that. All right, there's a couple of things I want to talk about, but real quick, we're going down. We'll do a rundown, see who's been here, see who hasn't. I got a very interesting, funny story for you today, and I'm sure John's going to, I'm not sure John's going to, but I'm going to ask him anyways if he'll talk about his 2-day trip he took the other day. And then I'd like to talk about a few other things. All right, so first one up is P2E, better known as Prepping to Endure. Happy Father's Day. Then we have, of course, Mr. John the M.I. Woodsman. John, happy Father's Day, my friend.
Yeah, you too, Mike, and everybody else out there.
Stevie B, how the hell are you? Good to see you. It's Friday. Stevie's here. VBorg001. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you, VBorg. After VBorg, see, this is where I get into some trouble. Because this is where I tried to type, and now it's not. Okay, here we go. Big Dog Letters in the house with us tonight. What's going on, brother? County Line Logging. How you doing, my friend? Guns Girl K is with us tonight, Johnny.
Yeah.
Right on. Hello, Guns Girl. G-Trapper. How the hell are you? Happy Father's Day. Good to see you. All right. So I'm going to say Happy Father's Day to everybody else. If I missed anybody that is a father, slap me in the mouth and call me an idiot. But I'm going to say Happy Father's Day to everybody. And actually, who was it? Prepping to Endure actually said it the best. And I'm going to read it for those who didn't go up to the top and see it. Prepping to Endure says, Happy Father's Day to all the dads. Enjoy them if you still have them. True. Real true. And then a little ways down, he said, and to all the moms who pulled double duty, as his did, a special thanks to you, too. Amen to that, too, brother. Amen to that. All right? There's a lot of people out there, moms pull double duty. You know? And, in a non-pervy way. Right on, big dog. Non-pervy. Well, I don't know. There's a little perv in that. I don't mind. She don't mind either. So, hey, hey, Guns girl don't mind me perving. I'll perv. And it's what's pretty cool though too. Prepping that you see prepping when you type that shit, you get the wheels on my head spinning. It's interesting. You buy the Father's Day cards, Mother's Day cards, and all that, right? And it seems as if right beside the Mother's Day section of cards, there's always a little section of the hallmarks or whatever that says, to Dad on Mother's Day. And on Father's Day, it says, obviously, to Mom on Father's Day. Which I think is pretty cool. Where's the method? I'm going to get into that in a second, too, big dog. All right, so as you guys know, I text Stevie and I text Stump every Friday night, and I usually send out the invitations to Johnny, or I have Stevie actually does it for me, because usually when I open up Facebook, poof, the chat goes. So usually Stevie sends the invites to Johnny and Big Dog, because, like I just said, it goes poof. Well, Stevie's not here tonight. He has a date.
The date.
Isn't he too old to date? Do you date at that age?
I don't know. He's got 4 years on me. I guess I would. I don't know what will you do. Go to the geriatric village and pick her up.
Yeah, he always has a lame excuse, Big Dog. He's got, I don't know, but we're married, Johnny. We just take our wives out and just call it a day.
Yeah.
But if we weren't married, would it be a date, or would it just be, I'm going out with this young lady? Hello, Woodland Adventures. How are you?
Patreon.
I don't know if. Okay, Big Dog. See, now he didn't tell me who he was with, so I'm kind of hoping he's with who I think he's. You know what I mean? Adrian, how are you, sir? Yeah. So Stumpy hasn't even texted me back yet, Big Dog. So I'm sure he's being, fat and lazy, and I can call him fat and lazy because I'm fat. So he's probably on the couch doing one of these. So it happens. It happens. Let's face it, the old gals are a lot easier to get. They don't move too fast with the walker. Right on. Still on walkers. How the hell are you, my friend?
Yeah.
Good to see you. All right. So before I get into asking Johnny how the 2-day went, I'm going to tell you a little story. So today I'm in Brockton, Massachusetts, home of, if you guys are boxing fans, marvelous Marvin Hagler. And I'm just in there buying, Mountain Dew and a pack of butts or whatever. Anywho, I'm standing in line, and I get a poke in my back. Hey, I know him. So I'm thinking this woman is talking to somebody and poking me by mistake, thinking I'm her husband, boyfriend, whatever. So I turn around and I said, "Excuse me?" And she said, "I know him." I'm like, "Who?" "On your back." And let me do this for you. Johnny, can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. So, working class woodsman. I'm wearing a t-shirt, obviously, and she says, "I watch his videos with my husband. She said, I don't know him like his name, you know, and you know, I don't know him as a. But I watch all of his videos with my husband. He's a very nice man. I'm like, yes, he is. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, I've never heard of. Actually, one time I did have. Craig Dreller was hiking, and I don't know if he was hiking in Massachusetts or New Hampshire or wherever, but he was hiking somewhere, and somebody noticed him from YouTube, and it was pretty cool though. It's pretty cool that the woman knew what you know who working class was and what. I just thought that was kind of cool. I was pissing myself laughing though, you know. So of course, right away I text him, you know. But so it was pretty cool. Uncle Cow, I almost missed you on the thing, on the shoutouts, but I didn't, right, kiddo? Listen, don't forget Uncle Cow. Anytime Mr. You know, Mama and Papa around on a Friday, you just let me know. You know, just Facebook me or whatever. Come in the chat and say, hey, Mikey, send me a link or something. And you're in. So, and I hope things are well. All right. I hope everybody had a good week. It was President's birthday. I hope everybody sent him a happy birthday wish. I can think of a couple of people who sent him a wish, all right. And birthday wasn't one of them. You know? Anyway. How was everybody else's week? I hope it went well. Long week, glad it's over. Me too, Guns Girl. But I'm glad your long week is over, Guns Girl. Guns Girl had the painting come out. I know you said you had to do some painting with the house and everything. I hope that's coming out all right. God bless you, because I hate to paint. I will do anything to get out of paint. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. You know? I'll prime all the walls in your house. Feed me and give me 2 Mountain Dews. I'll do anything. I want to, you know what I mean? I'll prime. You know why? Because primer don't matter what the shit. Paint? Fucking hate it. Hate it. Always have, always will. So good luck to all you people out there that like to paint or can paint. Because I can't. You know, I see a line and I'm like, fuck. You know, and it's just.
Yeah, it's all how you put it on. You put it on right, you don't get them lines, see?
Right. I'm not good like that. So, you know, let's face the deal. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, Preppin, do you know Woodland Adventures is Adrian, right? That's John's friend Adrian that John goes camping with and stuff. I wasn't sure if you knew. I'm just letting you know. Try to let people know who people are. Put a name with a face type thing.
Mm-hmm. He should be having a video coming out pretty soon, I'm thinking.
Cool. That's always a plus. I almost did one yesterday, on a turtle.
Oh, really?
I go to pull into a customer's driveway and there's a turtle. And I'm like, So I get out and I look around, there's no water around here. A little snapper turtle, you know? And I try to go to pick him up, and all of a sudden, let me tell you something, turtles aren't that slow. This little son of a bitch, he was. So I grabbed him, walked him across the street, put him in the water.
I can't think of his brother's name.
You know?
I'll go up.
Yeah, we seen a monster snapper in the lake last weekend on your camp.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do it.
I like looking at that means that just means they've been around for years. You know what I mean? And that's just. Guns Girl says she used painter's tape and it bled through the would have looked better freehand. Yeah, I know. I'm with you. You know, the only part you can really don't have to worry about is the bottom and the top, right? Because, well, I don't know. Sometimes the top people don't. I'm a border guy. Like I'll put, 1/4-inch molding. Can hide all the. You're gonna hide all the mistakes, but down bottom, you got your baseboard going in there, or you got your, if it's around a door or something, you got your, your casings going around it. So, but yeah, it's a pain in the ass. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Adrian says he's been too busy to edit the video. Adrian, I'm with you.
Fine.
We're here, Adrian. Don't you worry. When you edit it, we'll watch it. We'll watch it. Take it over to Johnny. He ain't doing nothing. Hey, just take it right over to John. Hey, John, edit this fucking thing.
I can clear it up for him.
Yeah, he's probably putting that fence up.
Yeah, I know.
It's supposed to be 90, 95 this weekend, so I'm sure not a whole lot of outdoor activity is going to be going on. AGI.
George, how are you? So the last fence I did, actually, the last 2 fences I did, I should say, I learned something. I put one up with my uncle, and we tarred 2 foot of the fence post with roofing tar. And he was told it keeps the bugs and everything to keep it from rotting, even though it was pressure treated. We still tarred it anyways. He used pressure treated posts, but the fence wasn't, just the post was. Which I've never done before, never. And then a friend of mine needed, a few years back, needed a hand for the day doing a fence. And so I helped him out. And he too used the tar. I was like, must be a thing with fence people. Maybe going fishing in the morning. Whoa. Listen, Adrian. Listen. Jesus Christ, I like you. You're a good guy and all. Listen, Adrian, you don't know the history. I'm going to give you a little history. I'm going to do it as fast as possible. You ready? Okay. Go. Wyndham Woodcraft. No, it wasn't Wyndham Woodcraft. I'm sorry. Was it? Yeah, he met you last summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So last summer, he gets to meet Johnny. Then he got to meet Shane. And then he got to meet Mark, the Dutch knife guy. Because Mark come over from the Netherlands.
Yep. Randy Buzzard.
Another good guy.
Eric Other.
Eric, yep.
39 camper.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, you went with 39 camper and Wookie on the thing, though, anyways. Right?
Yeah, that's been a while. He's due this summer.
Right. So here's the thing, Adrian, right? So forever in a week, all I've ever wanted to do is travel to Michigan and shake John's hand and have a cup of coffee with him. Okay? And you're like, yeah, let's go fishing in the morning. I could just you know what I mean? So I guess that means I'm envious, jealous, call it what you will. Sour grapes. You can label it any way you want. If you're gonna go fishing, you better do it early in the morning, because it's supposed to be freaking hot, and you ain't catching shit in the heat, unless you're just pan fishing. I mean, if you're just catching perch and kibby. Well, what do you guys call kibby? Bluegill?
Kibby, I've never heard kibby.
Yeah, we call them kibby. You know what we used to do with those? I'm not even going to tell you. We were a kid. Actually, I'm going to tell you. We were kids. I'd fish at the lake that I grew up near, and like really, not on the lake. I didn't grow up on the lake, but 2 streets over. So we cut through the backyards. It took us all of maybe a minute and a half to get there. Anywho, we'd go fishing. And we knew of this huge ass pickerel that was in the weeds over by the street. So we went over there, and we'd always try to catch this pickerel. And we never told the old timers why we were over here. And we'd catch all the freaking bluegill, you know, quote unquote kibby. And you know how we get them off our line, John? We go like this, right out in the street, all day long. All you hear is pop, 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 pop. And then the fucking Wilmington police, I grew up in Wilmington police cruiser shows up. Not a good thing. I think that was the last fish I ever killed that I didn't eat. Of course, I was like 11, but still, you know. You're supposed to mow your lawn tomorrow. I don't see that happening.
It's going to be 90s tomorrow.
Is that a push mower or a ride-on?
Oh, it don't matter.
Yes, it does. It's guns, girl. It matters to me. I'm giving myself a visual here. Come on now.
That's why I mowed my lawn yesterday.
It's a push lawnmower.
That's twice, 3 times as bad, man.
Good exercise with a push lawnmower, though. All right, I won't be. I already. Big Dog already told me I perved once, so I can't perv twice. I mean, I can, but you know, I don't want Big Dog to think I'm a creep. You know what I mean? All right, so Johnny, why don't you tell me, just between you and I, you know, how was a 2-dayer?
It was actually just about 3 days. We had 2 nights. It was miserable, man. You wouldn't like it. We had to, you know, I had to ride in a canoe, Adrian paddle for the first 40 minutes through one channel to a lake, to another channel to another lake, and we had to set up camp, and it was like terrible, 74 degrees and breezy, and the fish weren't biting, and the campsite sucked, and the food was terrible.
Yeah.
And it was just a bad experience.
Yeah. Well, that sucked. So the wind was blowing, so there's no bugs.
No, it was a good time, man. It was a good camp. It's one of our favorite spots. You have to have some type of boat or canoe to get there.
Is that the one that you frequent a lot? The one up on top of the hill?
Yeah.
The one on top of the river? I tell you what, obviously never been there, but I'll tell you what, I like that spot myself, watching your videos on that.
Well, this is it's up a hill from the lake, but
yep.
It's nice and secluded, and the wind was blowing, and I didn't have to use bug spray again all weekend, but we had to hang up a couple big tarps to kind of block the wind somewhat so we could at least have a little bit of fire at night, because the wind was relentless though.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, it was like 74 degrees out, super comfortable sleeping weather, and I used my hammock for the last time.
Yeah, we talked about this.
I won't use it. I told Adrian.
Remember, I asked you, right? I asked you, how do I? And you said, Mike, try it. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, because my back sucks, and I'm a turner. You know, I'm one of these. I start on my left.
Yeah.
Shoulder. I go to my back. Then during the night, I'm on my right shoulder. I go back to my back. I go to my left shoulder, and I wind up on my back eventually when I wake up. Now, I can't. I don't see myself I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. So anyway, all right. So you slept in your hammock for the last time. Why?
It just couldn't get comfortable. I mean, I tried taking a nap in it during the day, and I'm like, this is before it got dark enough to go to bed. And I told Adrian, man, he wasn't very happy either. And I'm like, screw it. It was like midnight. We took the hammocks down from the tree straps and pegged them out on the ground, and got our bug nets lifted up off us with the ridge line, and we both had our hammocks set up on the ground. And that's how we slept on our sleeping pads. I brought my pad
Right.
for that, for that reason. And then we ended up moving them the next day over about 10 feet where we had our tents, and that's where we slept the second night. It was so needless to say, I won't be using a hammock again. I got 3 of them, and they're pretty much useless other than hanging outside behind the house to take a nap on a cool summer day.
Right.
You're too confined. You have nowhere to put nothing. There's nowhere to put your pistol, your knife, your glasses, or your phone, your shoes. I like to put my slippers in there at night that I wear around camp. I like to throw them in there so in the morning there's not creepies in them. And
right.
I just Adrian's got his for sale. He's got an Eno tarp and a nice hammock for sale combination deal. I don't know what he wants for it yet, but
see, I don't.
You gotta like it. Some people love it, man. Some people would not have it any other way.
Now, like you said, I could take a nap in it, but to sleep in something, even over, I mean, I could probably get away with roughing it one night in a hammock. I'm not doing 2.
Yeah, it's just,
you know what I mean? And the other thing is I cheat. I've already told working class woodsmen when we go, I'm not sleeping on a pad. They make cots for that bullshit for old people like me with a bad back.
Yep.
And they're not heavy. And I'm not climbing Mount Washington. I'm not climbing Mount Everest. I'm not worried about weight.
Yeah, that's my next investment is bigger tent with a cot for next summer.
And it doesn't even have to be a huge. It doesn't have to be a huge tent either.
No, just big enough for the cot.
You get a 4-man with a cot.
Yeah,
a 4-man, your cot will fit in there, no problem. You get plenty of room for your gear, plenty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had this tent. It was like a 4-man, whatever, a little dome thing, right? And I didn't have the I didn't have the cot, right? Well, the other thing that was bothering me was that I'm like, it's kind of, I was, was running out of room. So I sort of improvised and made my own little vestibule. Is that what they call them? Did I pronounce that? Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
I took a top, put it over the whole friggin' tent, right?
Yeah.
And then just tied it right there and gave me, 4 more feet outside the tent. I wasn't worried about, weather, pitch from the trees, friggin'.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always put my tarp up in porch mode.
Hey, Kelly, what's up? Easy Prepper, good to see you. Anybody want to buy? Adrian, anybody want to buy a hammock?
Yeah, they won't get used to it. I bought this new sleeping pad this spring. Matter of fact, and it was a light speed, and I don't know, it's got to be 4 inches thick when it's inflated. But
yeah,
I mean, I go 250, and I don't feel the ground underneath of it. If I'm kneeling down or got my arm down to get up, I don't feel the ground underneath me, and it's just amazing. Which will fit nicely on top of a cot next year.
Exactly. Well, that's the whole right.
But if I get a tent, I want to get like a 6-man and something I can make into a hot tent. I want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That way I can have it big enough for a little wood stove and do some winter camping, and then it's big enough for a second cot for Adrian. He could have one side of the tent. I could have the other side. We have the stove in the middle and have our gear at the end. keeping it nice and dry, and you can stay warm and do some hot tent at the same time.
I want to do that. I'd love to hot tent.
Yep, I want to.
Johnny, give me 1 second. My wife is
Sure.
beckoning me.
Hey, Joe, prepping to endure. Have a good night. Don't work too hard tomorrow, buddy. Yeah, AZ, them old school army tents are nice. Not very inflated though, but you know it's pretty hard to find an inflated tent unless you spend the big money, a couple grand, $3,000, and you might. But then you're going to need a horse team to pull it. But I'd just be happy with a canvas or an old military tent, just where you put a wood stove in it and get it up to say 50 degrees even would be nice. You sit around with your flannel shirt on or whatever. Yeah, they have all kinds of cool wood stoves for them, AZ.
Oh yeah, I've been looking at wood stoves on Amazon forever. Prepping. Good night, my friend. Hi, Kelly. The thing with this, what the hell's the channel name? And he took your everyday average friggin' what do you call a tent, right? And he got a hold of some fire. What do they call it? Fire retardant.
That welder's blanket stuff.
Yeah, and so he used
carbon felt.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, carbon felt. It's black.
He used that, and then of course the hole, for the stove, and I don't know it, because some of them cheaper tents, I don't trust it, But
no, I don't think I'd use a nylon tent for a hot tent. I don't think I would. I really don't. You look like Richard Pryor in a hurry.
Yeah, well, the other thing is that I think that the condensation just be too bad.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey, Jay Watt, what's up, kid? Good to see you. Yeah, pellet stove would be better, but you know what? I'm not a pellet. My brother's got a pellet stove up in the closet. I'm really not a favorite of pellet stoves. I like the smell of the wood burning. I like going to get the wood. I like chopping the wood. And even when I get old, I'm still going to like doing it.
Well, the thing is, a wood stove in a tent, it's a little one, so you're going to be processing up small stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, something you can put a wall or a ceiling jack in for the pipe, man. That's all you need.
Working class women's got that alaknak.
Yeah, them are expensive, man.
Ooh, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I've been watching people. They're making their own. They have a friggin' what do you call it? $100 on. That was TP, right? 10-man TP on Amazon. $100. Guys who were stoving it. And he didn't have to do the other mods doing it. Well, he had to put the thing on there. But other than that, he didn't have to put any.
Yeah, you can buy those stove jack kits.
Another guy made a freaking teepee out of fucking the Tyvek shit from the siding when you side your house. Yeah. He made it out of that.
They got one out up here at the thrift store. They got a few of them. Adrian was telling me about, but he didn't see how much they were. But they looked like they're a pretty good size. He said.
I'd love to get my hands on one.
Yeah,
I've been looking at them. They're expensive as all fuck, but I've been looking at the what do you call it, tents, the canvas, and
trapper tent.
Trapper tent, like the snow. Snow Tracker puts them out, and
expedition tent, whatever.
Yeah, and they all come in different sizes, and obviously obviously like the prospecting tents, and I'll tell you what, $90 for what tent?
For the teepee tent he was telling me about the other day.
Really, $90 for the teepee.
Yeah, wall tent, county line line.
Yeah, wall tent, right? Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. And like the cheapest one I've seen so far is like $400. And then I was watching a video, and they were saying that if you oil them, you won't have a mold issue.
Yes, that is probably true. But when you oil them, man, it takes a long time to dry.
That's what he said. So what he said he did is that he oiled it in his backyard on a hot day.
Yeah.
And he used a paintbrush, and he just put it on. He just, he did one side, waited for it to dry, turned it over, did the other side, waited for that to dry, turned it over, did it again the opposite way. Now this is funny, right? Because I wasn't really thinking. So he's painting, like left to right, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like everybody else would. And then, so of course, then he does the other side, of course, left and right, right? And then when he turned the other side over again, so now he's back on the first side that he did. For a second coat, he went this way.
Yeah, just like painting a car. First coat one way, second coat the other way.
Right.
You get better coverage. More even.
You're right, Jay Watt. I want a canvas wall. I'm going to put a wood stove in it. Damn Skippy. I am going. I'm telling you. I am going winter camping this year, hot tent, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm going. If it kills me, I'm going.
Some people wax them too. They'll take like wax and mix a little bit of mineral spirits with it. And
really?
Brush it on.
I mean, it's good if the mold don't show up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're not keeping heat in there, but I look at it this way. You got a fire to burn. Well, some of these guys are getting their fire to burn 3.5 hours. I only sleep 4.5, 5 anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I wake up a little bit chilly. I put another thing on. I'm good.
Yeah.
That
small of an area don't take long to heat up.
No. And in my head, of course, I haven't, right? In my head, I'm already planned it, Johnny.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going to go ice fishing in one of the mornings, you don't have to do. I'll get up when I want to.
Yep.
I'll cook when my belly starts rumbling.
Yep.
There is no schedule. There is no. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about.
That's what we do when we camp. We eat when we're hungry, and we don't have no set time.
Right.
It's noon. It's lunchtime. No, it's maybe sometimes 1, sometimes 2.
I don't know. I just want to do it. I just want to do it. And there's lots of reasons. Mike, do you know it's cold? Yeah, I do. Okay, cool.
When you walk in that tent after it's been going for about an hour, it's like 90 degrees in there.
Yeah, and you're down to your t-shirt.
Yep.
And it's freaking, 15 below zero outside. Thanks, Jay Watt. Yeah, I mean, it's I mean, these guys, I haven't gone so far as to talk to somebody at one of my stops to help me make a stove, because I don't have the you know, I don't have the tools to do it.
Yeah, you got a nice welder.
He's like, he shows me the other day. He's like, hey, how about this? I goes, dude, I want to pull that in on a sled. I go, that's freaking 1/4-inch steel, man. You said you want to use it for a fire. I said, yeah, I want it for a stove. It's not a stationary stove. You know, I said, I don't need that thickness.
Heavy sheet metal would be perfect.
I said, what do you got? What do you got? I said, Jesus, I'll take heavy aluminum for Christ's sake. You know, I did Google it, AZ. It wasn't a joke. It was, my last thing is this, my last place I'm going to look for stock though. There's actually a place across the street from where, not across the street, but down the road a little bit from where I work full time. And they sell every kind of sheet of anything you can think of. So I have to go. I was talking to the girl when I was there for my job, for my work. They wanted me to go over there for something. And I asked her, do you have metal? Because I told her I want to make a wood stove. Da, 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 da. And I mean, shit, I don't need, you know, if they have the right stock, I don't even think I need a full 4x8 sheet.
No, probably not. Probably a 4x4 sheet. You'd probably make one.
I mean, I only want something 24. I don't know. I'd probably say 24, 12, 24. Right? 24. Long.
Yeah. 12, 18 inches wide.
Yeah, 12, 18 wide.
12, 18 deep.
Yeah. You know, make a 30-gallon barrel stove. No.
That's a
G
little big.
Trapper. I got to put that on sled, bro. I got to put that on a sled and sled it in, brother.
It would work good. It'd be a heck of a stove.
Yeah, no, I know people that have done 50-gallon stove barrels, but
yeah, we had those when we were kids in the garage, 55-gallon barrel stoves.
But I got to make it mobile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, brother? I seen one guy use an old, you know, like the tar comes in, you know, the metal 5-gallon pails.
Yeah.
You know, those, the, what do you call it, teeth on the cap, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we used to get automotive grease in those too.
Hey, I'm north of 60. How are you, my friend? Great to see you.
North of 60.
Great guy, great channel.
Yeah, we have water.
Stove barrels are not that great. Well, they are. I mean, they're not, but they are. I mean, they'll throw heat and they'll absolutely make you, you know. You know what I've been thinking about? Instead of G-Trapper, instead of a barrel, an air tank. You know, get a small air tank. You know what I mean? And use an air tank. I actually know somebody who's got a 50-gallon drum for heat in their house, not even in their garage. In their house. And he was smart. He put a grate on the bottom of it, right? For a couple of reasons. One, let the air go through, obviously, right? And then he put, what is the name? He lined it so it wouldn't, you know, 20 millimeter ammo, stove, easily made and portable. A 20 millimeter ammo. Oh, the ammo cans, yeah. No, I know. I've seen them do the ammo can. I know. I've seen them do the ammo cans, J-Watt. But J-Watt with the ammo cans, you're not putting. You know, you got to be. I want to feed. I want to put like logs in my fire a little bit bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? And with the ammo can, you ain't putting that in that big. Yeah. So yeah, G-Trap. I was thinking to get an air tank, and then I can do it that way because that I can put that in the sled and boom. You know, that's a little hefty, but so what? It's not like I'm not climbing Mount Washington. You know, they don't hold heat. They're nice when yeah. Stump, I sent you a link.
They stump.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a brick line insulated wood stove, but then you gotta have 2 men and a horse to carry it.
Exactly. That's what my buddy did. He's got a wood stove in his house, a 50-gallon barrel. And he did it all up nice. Well, he didn't do it, he had it done, but he told the guy when he was building it what he wanted, and it really came out beautiful. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
He put some money into it, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looks really nice. And the weird thing about it is it looks like it belongs there in his house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You burn boxes and whatnot here. The barrel is hot for a few hours and it's stone cold. Yeah, I mean, they're all like that, though, Easy, right? The ones we're talking about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they're only little stoves for tents. So you're gonna have to feed it like I said, every 3 hours or so. Maybe even again, obviously, that's why I don't want to burn anything this small or small. I want to burn, something bigger, pig cans, 5 inches round or something. Put 4 of those in there or whatever, 5 of those in there, and
yeah. Plus, have a flat top so you can cook on it.
right, you get a flat top so you can cook on it. What I'd like to do is see if he can hinge it somehow, or maybe not a hinge, but have like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a tray of some sort that comes down like this on both sides, or maybe just one side and go like that.
Like warming tray.
Yeah, but have it. Okay, so instead of having a hinge, you can put a hollow. What do you call it in there, right? And then that's just, you know what I'm saying? And that can keep your coffee pot warm. Your coffee's done. Your water's done for your coffee or what have you. You leave it there and it'll stay.
They got them like that. They also have those. They're a container. They're probably 18 inches tall or so, and probably 6 inches around, 8 inches around, and they clamp right to your stovepipe. And
Really?
you fill it full of water, and it's got a spigot on the bottom, and it's got a spout on the top to fill it. So your water's always hot.
The water's always hot. There you go. Yeah, but there's 1,000 reasons why I'd rather want to do camping or whatever you want to call it, hot hunting. There's 0 bugs.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about all that bullshit.
Nope.
And you also, unless you go on one of these, roundups, meetups, whatever the hell you want to call it, because there's a bunch of those everywhere. There's a bunch of meetups for winter campers. But if you're just like Adrian and John are just going to go out, you ain't sharing the place with anybody.
No.
Depending upon where you're going, where you stay, yeah, you're going to see, you see the snowmobile or something going by. But, You know what I'm saying? Mike needs to go out this summer and build a cabin that'll have the type of winter shelter he wants. No, I want a mobile winter shelter.
Yeah, you want to be able to move around.
I mean, I could, J Watt, but where I am in New Hampshire, J Watt, they don't. I've already asked them because when I got rid of my trailer, I said, "Can I have a wooden tent?" And they looked at me with a wooden tent. I was just going to build a frame, you know, like 16 by 16 frame, and just throw a top over it. I mean, what do they call it over it? Canvas over it. You know, they wouldn't even let me do that. Yeah, town I live in sucks. So, Big Dog was right. But I don't know. I want to try it. Hey, I might hate it. I might kill myself with carbon monoxide. I don't know. But I'm going to try it. You know, I'm probably going to drink frozen Mountain Dew, but I'm going to like it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time I drink frozen Mountain Dew. If you guys saw that ice fishing video, I don't even know whose channel, whether it's my channel or Working Class Women's channel or Derek's channel. My mountain, I didn't have it in the snow or all the ice or nothing, and my Mountain Dew froze. It was so cold that day. Do a super shelter. Packs to a football and weight.
Yeah, super shelters are nice and they work good, but man, you gotta really have a big fire.
What's a super shelter?
You can make it out of anything, really, debris, or you can make it out of a tarp.
Yeah, but he says it packs.
It's like a lean-to that you can roll up and use like clean visqueen or plastic on the front side of it, and then you put a fire like about a pace away from it, a long fire.
Oh yeah, but no, that I knew. But he says to pack it to a football and wait.
Oh yeah, I don't know what he's making out of it to be that tiny.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand. I'm like, I've never built a long fire before. I love watching them burn.
Yeah, they're nice, but they use a lot of wood.
And they go from they burn from the top down, right?
Yes, that's kind of like an upside down fire where they burn from the top down. You put the big stuff on top, little stuff on the bottom, and they burn down. Those are nice because you don't mess with them usually for a couple hours. Just let them go.
Yeah. No, yeah, I saw that stump. Actually, know somebody that took a regular top, your regular friggin' $12 fucking Walmart top, and he took some 3M adhesive, and then he took the metal bubble wrap. No, well, not even Mylar. It was like that metal bubble wrap that they wrap your heat duct with.
Oh, okay, yeah, reflectix.
Or your water heater with, right? And he took the adhesive, put the adhesive down, put that there, and then he had his fire, and it was just unreal, you know. Kind of like the greenhouse effect using a piece of plastic, you know.
Yeah, it works.
Yep.
It does work.
I actually never heard of that until I saw Good Night, Guns Girl.
Night there, Woodland Adventures.
I have a Cabela's tent cut. That's all I need. Exactly, G-Trap. It's all you got. You got a cot, throw a top over, little throw a ridge line up. Hit yourself a top. You're good.
Yep.
You're done. Right. Those 10 cuts are cool because they hold up to about fucking 290, 300 or some bullshit like that. So,
Yeah, I'm good for that.
yeah. And they're nice and firm. It's nice. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not that hammocky,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You know.
That's all I want to do. I'll put that thick sleeping pad on top of one of them cots, and that would be.
And that would work for you in the winter too.
Yeah.
You know, you keep the cold off you. You know. Am I still here?
Yep.
Oh, good, because you froze, or it froze, or whatever. And I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, Adrian was saying goodnight to Guns Girl.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah, so I saw that with the plastic. I saw that with Cody Lundeen and fucking Dave Canterbury did it. And I was like, what? I'm like, no way. And they had that thing up to like, and I mean, of course, granted, it's all edited, and we all get that, you know. But they put theirs against an overturned tree. So they had the stump and everything, you know. So it was nice. No. Thanks, Jay Watt. You're pretty fucking funny.
Night Stomp. Going to bed already, buddy?
Yeah, he's old. I told you, he's old and lazy.
Dang.
That's what happens when you get old. It's all right. He'll be on Stevie's show tomorrow night. Don't worry about
it. Yeah.
If Mikey camps the way he usually does, he can run a cord out and use an electric blanket. No. No. Nope, not doing that. Not doing that. I got like an 8-man Ozark trail tent, but you know, one of those poof, it's up.
Yeah.
But I tore the piss out of the bag, so I don't have a bag for it.
I can go to Walmart and buy one of them little packets of 3 stuff sacks, dry bags or whatever, and they got one in there I use for putting one of my tarps in.
Good night, V-Borg. Have a great night, my friend.
Night, V-Borg.
It was good seeing you. But I'd like to also do it close to a lake too, so when I wake up I can have my coffee, have my breakfast, and just whoosh, there's my fishing hole type thing, you know.
Yeah, that would be nice because then you could always run back and warm back up. And
yeah. Who was I watching? It was years ago. He's not on YouTube anymore. I wish he was though. He was up in Canada. Mark something. And he'd ice fish. And he did just that. He'd go back and warm up. But you know what was funny? He had bells on his trap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Fucking AZ lives a mile from a stock lake. That's about how far I like to trek in, too. About a mile. Get some exercise.
Far from me.
You know.
Plus, I'm pulling a sled or pushing a bushcraft buggy.
Well, that's what I mean. If you're pulling a sled in the wintertime, as long as the trail is packed down, you're not breaking trail.
Yeah.
I mean, the sled's going to do all the work for you. You know what I mean? But if you're breaking trail, no, it looks to be like it sucks.
Yeah.
What's his name there does it up there in New York. And he's in snowshoes and everything else going across that lake. And I'm just like, bless you.
Yep.
That's what they made snowmobiles for.
Uh-huh.
You know? And he lucked out a lot because he got to walk in the snowmobile track. You know?
Yeah. Makes a difference.
Yeah. You know? But I'm gonna do my best, John. I'm gonna do my best to give it a roll this year.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know. Things I've been hearing about, of course, you know, I watch a lot of the videos, and it seems that the number one rule, so to speak, or whatever the hell you want to call it, is when you think you have enough firewood, get a little more.
Yeah, you think you got enough, get double.
Yeah.
But we've been lucky the last few places we've been, you know, these spots we go to, because it's like just laying all over the place. So you collect some and you got less than 20 yards to go to get more, you know, so it's not too bad to go grab some with your headlamp to last the rest of the night, or if the weather's nice, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who the hell it is. I forget his name. He's up there in New York, and he's got this little tester, test the moisture in the wood. I'm like, you kidding me? I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh.
So apparently anything under 28% is like considered dry. And it just, you know, it burns awesome. But I'm like, yeah, there's plenty of dead blowdown. There's plenty of dead standing.
Yeah, that's what we use.
I mean, that's all in that's all in part of picking your spot.
Yep.
You know,
your resources are real important.
Exactly. You know, everybody wants to, you know, oh, I'm gonna go pick the spot at the lake. Well, that's nice. What are you gonna have for firewood? Yep. You know, granted, your water's right there. I got it. I understand. What is it? Not William Collins. What the hell is this guy's name?
I'm trying to think of it.
But he goes out when he does his hunting and stuff out there, same spot. He goes to Indian Lake in New York, and he caches his wood. So when he gets there in the winter, it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is cool.
That's a good way to do it. You know, we left wood behind for us next time. We got enough probably for one night just sitting there. You know.
Yep.
But caching it for the winter like that's the way to do it, is go out there and cut a boatload of it, stash it, and you don't have to mess with it when you get there.
Yeah, I mean, because
especially in the winter.
Yeah, anything that saves time and energy. I mean,
more time fishing.
Exactly. More time reading a fucking book. I don't give a fuck. Whatever the hell you want to do.
Yep.
You know. Just go do it. You know. Might get a ground cloth footprint and use it to wrap the tent up in. It'll provide more protection on that. Oh, cool. No, right, Adrian. I understand. A lot of your camps have it. I saw a couple of videos where people, they set up and they're walking so far for firewood. I'm like, no. You know, That's just too far. Now you got to drag it back. Fuck that. You know. It's just, I don't know. It seems like it would be easier to just pick a spot that, like we said, you know, has some. What do you got there, Johnny? I can't see that. Hang on. Oh, clicked on the wrong person. Hang on, Johnny. All right, go ahead. I clicked on me by accident. Hold that back up again. Oh, sweet. Where'd you land that? You're on mute, by the way. Where'd you land that?
Live for a While sent me that.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I just sharpened it. It's hair popping sharp. And then I just got this in the mail the other day with it, for it.
Oh, yeah, I saw that video. Jesus, that looks
Nice. It's nice. Man,
Who did that? Who did that, Mr. Tolley?
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
He's gonna kick my ass.
But look, man,
When he gets on there, he's gonna fucking scream at me for saying that.
The freaking burnishing and everything, man. He's doing such a nice job.
Look at the size of that welt on that thing, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice and thick.
Oh man, I'm telling you. And then I sent him a template out of a piece of plastic, and the knife just fit in there tight, real tight. Now it goes in there perfect and locks.
Yeah.
You know. And I made this little braid thing myself out of bank line, but it works.
That's all that matters.
But yeah, this is really sweet. I like it a lot.
Yeah, he does good work.
Got one more. It's got to be mailed out.
He does good work. That's for sure. You should have waited till he got here to show it. Now we're there. Because said, "Oh, Mr. Tolley did a good job on it."
I'm sure he's probably listening.
He's gonna reach to the friggin' monitor and just grab me by the throat. It's gonna be a bad day for Mikey D. You know. Oh, that's a beautiful.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice. Something different. It don't throw a spark, though, with my flint and steel very well at all. I don't know what it's made out of. Doesn't say.
That's what I have John for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like that.
but John, but Adrian, how come all these videos I've seen of you guys, you're doing all the work and he's videoing?
That's just the rare moments.
Portage. Yeah, I know, right, Jay? What? Except, can I even put a canoe over my head? I see these people doing, there's signs, Portage Trail,
Well,
I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I could put a canoe over my shoulder, over my head.
If you got a $1,500 or $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 canoe, they weigh about 15 pounds, 20 pounds. You could.
Oh, all right.
But Adrian's, his I think weighs 70 pounds.
Yeah, I'm not carrying a 70-pound fucking canoe.
No.
I got a 17-foot fiberglass fucking canoe. I ain't carrying that fucking thing.
No.
But I do see them. I see them signs, and
yeah, you can have all that. I'm not portaging.
Some places in Maine you go, you have no choice but to.
Yeah.
It runs out, and then the little sign, Portage Trail.
Yeah.
you know, and then they walked for however many, and they have.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they have them everywhere else too, but the lakes in northern New Hampshire, but the lakes in Maine, not so much the southern ones, but the very north ones. You just take your fucking canteen. There you go. You're done. No boiling needed. You know.
Yeah, I use my Sawyer filter anyway, just in case.
Like where I am, the lake I'm on up north. Technically, not even supposed to eat the fish out of that because it's, well, you can, but they limit you. You know, they tell you to do limits on it. Because of the mercury. The other thing is that the town I'm in is called Gilmanton Iron Works. If you're iron deficiency, please drink all the water you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
But most of the milk jugs on the front road, the people on the front road in our area, their milk jugs are all orange.
Plus, you know, you could have the cleanest stream or creek or river or whatever in the world, you know, way up north, and the water just be so pure and pristine. But you don't know 50 to 100 or 200 yards upstream if there's a dead deer laying in it or something,
Right.
you know. That's the chance you got. You ain't got to worry about probably the chemicals or anything like that, but it's the E. coli and stuff that you got to worry about. But
Right.
I mean, if it was a survival situation, I'd drink out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
You get used to it.
Mikey, I'm impressed you know about portage and have actual portage trails where you're at. That's because I see them when I'm driving, believe it or not, Jay Watt. The New Hampshire Vermont border, it borders by what river is it? The Connecticut, I believe. I believe the Connecticut River borders splits Vermont and New Hampshire. And I go out there on Thursdays, out that way to customers, and it's just the portage trail because they don't want you going in, you know. But you know what the portage trail is? It's a sidewalk. That part of the trail is, anyways.
Sidewalk.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
And then there's a sign, portage trail with the arrow, and it goes down, and it's like and they hot topped it for you, you know. So it's a little path, right? They hop top it, and it goes down like a little tiny beach area, and you put your fucking canoe down in the river on there, you know, because there's a dam there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we got some of them up here, but we've never been down them. Problem is, a lot of these small rivers, it's got so much deadfall laying across them. You spend most of your day in and out of your canoe, dragging it around all the deadfall.
Yeah.
I don't know why the DNR doesn't clean them up and go through there once a year or every couple of years with a chainsaw.
Then you go and do it, you get yelled at for it, right?
Well, yeah, you get a fine, you get caught doing it.
Which is a shame because, you know, you're trying to.
Yeah.
All you're trying to do is help the shit out, you know?
Yep. There's some beautiful camping spots. We've walked the trails and stuff and driven trails and stuff back in there and see some awesome places for camp. But to get there by canoe, it would be ridiculous, especially once you're loaded down.
Yeah, that's the only problem. You're loaded down. It's.
Yep.
You're paddling your nuts off and you're not even going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, especially when it gets windy.
Yeah. You know? And then depending upon the canoe you got, you know, the top edge of the canoe is this far out of the water because you got all your gear in it and everything else. And
yeah.
You know, one wave, you're done.
Yeah,
one speedboat goes by, you're fucked. You know.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky with Adrian. This got like a 700-pound weight limit, so it'll haul and still have a good, 8-10 inches before the water.
Yeah, not worse than going over in a canoe.
No, you got to chase everything, even though it's in dry bags. I do try to, hey, if we are on a river like that, though, I do try to, I usually run a piece of paracord around it and clip it in the canoes to where if it does tip over, it's not going to leave the canoe.
Right.
It's going to at least be close by.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun trying to,
No, and then you're all wet. No, it's just,
ride a canoe, and
yeah.
it's full of water anyways, and then you got to hang on to it and then go empty it. And
Yep.
like you said, and then you got to get your gear. And some of the fur trade era canoes were 40 feet long and could hold 16 voyages. Cool as much as 20, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing about that, Jay Watt, is about what you just said is the last time I went camping with my son, and we were way up in Maine, I was reading the sign, and because I saw this little trapper's cabin, and then near it was another cabin, and you know who it was for? It was the railroad guys, and they would put a bunch of guys in one, and it was, I'm like, oh. And of course, they had these old pictures of them, real old pictures. And that was kind of cool. And they were saying how they would wait for a fallen tree. And they'd make their own canoe.
Yeah.
And that's time.
Oh, yeah.
That's time. I mean, granted, there's a bunch of guys there. I get that part, but still, I don't care what anybody. That's fucking time.
Yeah. I watched a documentary where they were doing. I don't know where they're at, but there's like, I want to say at least 20 guys, and they built a boat, like a Voyager, like J.O. was talking about, and they had a lot of portages, and man, they had roller logs under it, and they'd get in the swamp, and they had a hell of a time, man.
Yeah. But I mean, that's something to make your own canoe. I mean, that's
a lot of work and art, a lot of hard work, man. Then you got to know your one mistake or, yeah.
I was watching, what was it, Survivor? Forget what the hell show I was watching. And they lit a fire.
Yeah.
To open up the, for the canoe.
Yep.
I was impressed, really.
Probably faster than gouging it out.
And then I guess the guy found a little pinhole, like very minuscule little pinhole. And so what's he do?
Fine pitch.
Absolutely.
Fine pitch and charcoal.
Yeah. He used pine pitch, and he spread out nicely and did everything, and then he redid it again and then made that smooth. And I was really impressed. Really impressed.
Yeah, that stuff works good when it hardens up and dries.
Yeah. I think about, like back in the day, like Jay Watt was saying. And, I mean, obviously we have it easier, but for the amount of people and what they had for tools, I mean, what an accomplishment. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, definitely. That was some craftsmanship. No chainsaws to make the
Yeah,
quick
there's
cuts
no
or nothing.
right.
Big old cross cut saws and stuff like that. You know, they used to have a guy standing up 20 feet or so off the ground on a handmade scaffolding with one of them big old cross saws, and a guy down underneath and sawed the boards.
Yep. I mean,
But that was the way of life back then. That's the only way they knew how.
it's like the Egyptians with the pyramids. Holy fuck!
Yeah, just check that out. Imagine what I
Uh-huh.
can't even imagine how they
Can't.
moved all that stone
I mean,
and harvested it. Cut it out of wherever it was to begin with, and then to haul it all that ways, and then to stack it like that.
Yep.
It was amazing.
certainly is. I mean, it's
Definitely one of the 10 wonders of the world.
yes. Yep. But yeah, no, I love to do that, and I've seen a couple of people canoeing in the winter. Now, I don't know that I could do that. Well, it was tailing in the winter because ice was out, but that I don't know. Because up here, and as you know, as I'm sure it does everywhere else, with the cold climate, you go in the water in April and you're in trouble.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to have something set up ready to go. Freaking dry bag full of tinder, and just have your ducks in a row. And
Yep.
And then you got to watch. If it ain't a big enough river, they're going to freeze over.
Right.
So then you have to portage around dangerous conditions of collapsing ice or snow mounds, or it'd be a tricky situation.
Yep. But I think if I go by myself, John, I think what I'm going to do is try to use either I'll go up north with the cottages and then do it there. That way there, if something happens, I'm right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of like a practice run almost. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, not just I'm gonna like it, but you know what I mean? It's like
a pre-run.
Yeah, like a pre-run, exactly. Tell you another interesting video I watched, because this guy that went to camp and he suggested it. He said, "Go watch this video." Da da da. And you know what they're talking about? Dominant wind.
Yeah.
Because he said, and this I thought was really cool. He said, I wanted to go into camping. He said, so I went. He said, I watched a ton of videos. He said, I'm here to tell you, this is what I'm going to tell you, because I didn't hear it in any of the videos I watched. And what he said, I haven't heard anything in his videos either. Maybe it was just people took it for granted that people that never been would realize what to do. Imperative that you find dominant wind. Because you don't want to put your stovepipe with the wind blowing into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's always nice where you have an elbow so it goes up straight and with a rain cap over it.
Right. Because you'll have a fucking blowback.
Oh, yeah.
And smoke in your tent like you can read about.
Yeah, you open that door and it'll be poof.
Oh my goodness. I mean, can you just imagine the friggin' smoke that would cause? It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. But so dominant wind, it isn't all that. I mean, it's not all that hard to figure out either, but it's not. It's something I never gave credence to. Wind, I gave credence to, yes. Dominant wind. They say is different, which, yeah, dugout canoes are a pain to make. You need the just right log. Yep. That's why birch bark canoes were prized. Birch bark canoe making is a dying art, but very profitable if you know what you were doing. See, now I never knew. I mean, the natives did, but I never knew that. I thought birch bark all these years. I thought birch bark was a hardwood, and it's not.
I seen somebody a couple years ago make one. We had a video where a series where they made a birch bark canoe.
Really?
And it was very interesting. I don't remember if it was a documentary I seen on TV or what, but it was really cool. And it was light, you know, it was light compared to, of course, the dugout.
But even still, he's right. That's a dying breed.
Oh, yeah, it's an art, definitely.
You know, it's kind of like neon signs. It's a dying breed, and everything's LEDs.
Yeah.
You know, but no, he's 100% right.
Yeah, definitely.
100% right. But it's amazing to see them doing that.
The Ohio Wolverine.
What's up? I sent you a link, bro. Yeah, I have something better to do on a Friday night. Waiting for you to get your ass in here. I sent you a link. I do every fucking Friday night, bro. I know you're probably at work. I get it. I know. But same thing with the teepee. You need to open and face the top flaps properly. Absolutely, J-Watt.
Yeah.
Another particular guy that I was watching. So he didn't put his so he angled it. Okay, so let's just pretend the wind's blowing like this, right? He put his doors like this and angled it. He's still getting the draft for the stove. Okay, he's still getting that draft. But he's not getting a ton of it either, though. He was saying that he thought he would go through too much wood, which doesn't make sense because he did have a damper on his stove. So if he has a damper on his stove, all you do is close the damper a little bit more if you're getting too much. You know what I mean? If you're getting too much air in there. Hey, Duran, did I pronounce that properly? I hope.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Did I pronounce his name properly?
I think so. I have a hard time with it.
But to watch these guys do it, it's just awesome. You know, it really is. I mean, there's people that do it all the time when they go, you know, elk hunting and sheep hunting and everything else, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and they pack that in. You know, that's...
I think that's going to be my big purchase next spring is going to be a tent.
That'd be great. I'd love to see those videos on that, Johnny.
Yeah, be a tent and a stove. You can buy a nice wood stove for under $100.
Oh yeah. You know, you sit there and read your book, read a magazine, whatever, and you're not free. You're not shivering. You're not freezing.
You don't have to be all bundled up where you can't move. And
yeah.
take your big boots off. And
throw on your moccasins or whatever. And
There's a bunch of guys that get together. Shug something.
yeah,
Is his-
Shug.
Yeah, that's his.
He's a hammock camper, big time.
Yeah, and he gets together with other hammockers, harmonicas.
Yeah.
He gets together with a bunch of other hammockers, and they, I can see it now. Jay Watts going, did Mikey just say hammocker? They have this like this winter roundup.
Oh yeah.
Right? And Minnesota, -30.
Yep.
In a fucking hammock.
Yep.
No heat. They ain't no tent with no wood stove.
Nope.
Fucking hammock. Right? So they got the underquilt. Right? They got the top over. And he has, he's in the middle with his obviously for the hammock. Right? They wake up. This frosted. No, I'm not. No way. Fuck that. No.
Oh, it was bad. Their shit's froze. All their water's froze. Yeah. They're melting snow for coffee. And
I didn't see that when Real Big Monkey caused the fire. I didn't see it.
no, yeah. He burnt things up.
I saw him. The last video I saw of his was a fire in a tent that he made out of 2 tops, and the ridge line was open, so the smoke would go up. I'm not sure I would do that.
He's definitely got a creative, different type of mindset.
Yeah, he does. And I love how he talks too. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Love it. I love that accent.
Howdy, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago when he had his tent burned.
Yeah, so like I was saying before, so these guys that were talking about the dominant wind and all that, and this particular guy was just letting people know that if you're new, know what you're doing prior to going in the woods. Which I think is great because a lot of the videos I've seen, they don't tell you that.
Yeah, you got to be prepared before you do something like that.
And one guy, his spark arrestor wasn't in his stove, brand new. He never even used it. He didn't use it at home first. Like a lot of guys would set it up and use it at home first, so they know what the hell they're doing when they get there.
Burn off all the paint.
Yep, not this guy. This guy bought his stove, bought his tent, went in the woods. Okay, well, they didn't put the spark arrestor in it.
No, no.
In the stove, because everything fits in the stove. The pipe all condenses down. Everything's in the stove. His spark arrestor wasn't in there, so he improvised. They had a can in camp, and he used a can, regular soda can, beer can, whatever. And they poked holes in it with their knife, and they took sticks and they put it. It was really pretty cool how they did it. And that's all you needed. You just need enough to knock that amber right back down the pipe.
Yep.
Was that guy in a pine forest? Which guy? I hate the delay. I wish everything was live.
Yeah, I know.
Not that we're not live, folks. I mean, the 1 minute delay.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to go back and forth all the time. But
oh, you mean the guy that made his own spark arrestor, Jay Watt? I believe so. I also believe he was in Canada. Yeah. Yes. Yes, it was Pine. So you watch the same guy? But anyways, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Give it a practice run, you know, because then you can find out. See, my thought process, which isn't always right, obviously, but my thought process says, listen, you test it all out, right? Now you can find out pretty much how long you're going to get out of a burn in your stove.
Yep.
You know, so like I said, if you're burning shit, can size, circumference, without splitting it, and then you can time what you're getting. You can time what you're getting for a burn time. So you can set everything up on that. You can get your naps in. You do whatever you need to do. Me, I would probably have to set my freaking cell phone alarm to wake up. If not, I'm going to wake up awfully fucking cold. But that's just me. That's just me. And I said this last week. The other thing I want to try to do is try to do some hiking. But again, that's one of those things. I'm not hiking in 90-degree weather. That's just, to me, is dumb. I think I'm planning on taking too much gear for the Appalachian Trail. Right? Wouldn't that be something? God bless those people. Oh, doing the Appalachian Trail. Holy shit. It runs right through my state, too. Yep.
Yeah, I'll never see that trip.
I don't know how many miles it is. Like, I don't know how many miles of the Appalachian runs through my state, but I do know that it does run through. So,
I mean, how long it is? Like 2,000 miles or something?
Yeah, something like that. I guess most hikers they try to they try to do like 17 a day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I guess from what the videos I saw is that they get into a town that way they can take a shower somewhere and find a laundromat or whatever and do some laundry or what have you. My thing is that, like, all right, so you're doing the Appalachian Trail. How many clothes are you bringing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see somebody do a video on what they bring for a through hike on the Appalachian Trail. I don't care what anybody says. That bag has to be fucking 60 pounds. Am I wrong? Do we have any hikers out there that can tell me that I'm an idiot and that I'm wrong?
2,190 miles, and their packs probably weigh maybe 20 pounds if you're lucky. That's a heavy one.
All right, so if they're weighing 20 pounds, Johnny, what the hell is going in there?
Titanium, one little cup they're eating, a cup of noodles for lunches, granola bars, energy bars. They're carrying maybe one or two smart water bottles of water at a time. They're not picking out. They're not sitting down to a big old cookout every night. I'll tell you that. They have carry nothing that's perishable. Powdered milk, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Just super ultra light, man. One change of clothes, maybe. They're probably wearing their clothes and they got a rain suit in there. you know. And
But some of these mountains got to be fucking like Mount Washington is frigid.
But what they do is they have people set them up along the trail, and they stop and have people send them things to the post office. So they stop in these little towns, they pick up their package. A new pair of shoes, a little more bit of food for the trail. Next, 3-4 days, a week down the trail, they stop the next town and they have stuff sent to that place. It's all pre-done already.
Right.
All their stops and where they're going to get their mail and where they're going to get their supplies. And then they stay in like hostels when they hit these little towns that have, a lot of them have showers and food, and they got like bunk beds and stuff like that.
I picked up a through hiker. He was thumbing, and he had an external backpack, and I don't know who, I don't know what model or anything like that, but he was telling, he was thumbing, and I pick him up, and he was telling me that it's what the fuck's the word I was looking for? God damn it, I can't stand when I forget. They call them mail drops and purchases in town for supplies. Yeah. They also say it's about $2,000 to do it. It's
not cheap.
So
that's a long ways to go, man. That takes you months. I don't know what the record. I don't know what the record is, but I'm sure some people leave in the freezing cold and they don't get none of the freezing cold.
Yeah, I mean, you get into, I don't know how tall the ranges are, in the south or what have you, but you get up to the White Mountain Range and the Presidential Range in New Hampshire, and this 4,000 footers. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot because I know, like out in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, like the Rockies.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot larger, but
this still gets cold at 4,000 or 5,000 feet.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And then the weather, the rainstorms you got to go through. If you're, all the different seasons that you're hiking through, spring, summer, and fall, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, Adrian said we have about 1,500 miles of NCT trail in Michigan.
Huh, really?
Yep. That goes all the way up, and I believe across Mackinac Bridge and into the Upper Peninsula.
Now, is that a real long way, or?
What's that?
Up to the peninsula.
It's probably, well, it used to be an hour and 45 minutes for me where I used to live, and then I had another 2, 3, or it's a good, easy 4-hour drive probably to the Mackinac Bridge from here.
Wow. I'm just trying to read the. They got any new glasses?
I need new ones. I got to make an appointment. I want to get some new glasses. I'm not reading as well as I should.
That makes two of us. I have to go like this.
Tying a fishing knot and stuff, it's getting harder to see.
Yeah.
Big Glock Daddy, howdy, howdy.
What's going on, Mr. Glock Daddy? Why is that all? Okay. I'm just, Adrian says, if it goes all the way to North Dakota, I think. But that's 1.5 feet you're doing that shit, but that's just me. That's just me. So this is telling me to take 33 out. Okay. I have a stop on Monday. They've never been there. And I hate those. You don't know what to expect. Why is that not clicking off of me? And why is it clicked on me? I don't know if I'm happy about that. Don't know. I would just be worried about, like I said, making sure there's enough firewood. Because don't forget, you're going to feed that during the day because, you know, you're going to be eating your lunch or what have you. And
Yep.
but
That'd be good. That'd be a good thing to do. Is if you did have a hot tent, is go during the summertime and like that one guy did, and stockpile some firewood and stash it somewhere. Throw a little $5 tarp over top of it to keep it dry.
exactly. Oh my goodness, it's almost midnight.
You know what?
Mike, what knife are you carrying today? What did I carry today? Oh, I carried the my flipper. Is that a Kershaw? Yeah, it's the Kershaw that the girl sent me when I won it. I won it with the girls. All right, you guys, it's getting to be midnight. Johnny and I have been on here a couple hours, and I got a ton of shit to do tomorrow that I need to get done so I can catch up on some videos. All right, so I want to say thank you for coming, everybody. We had a cool time here.
Yeah.
And don't forget Stevie's chat tomorrow night, 9:30, I hope. All right, he's got a date, so you never know how it goes, right? So we're going to say goodnight for now, and we'll see you all tomorrow on Stevie's chat, all right?
Night, folks. Have a good one. Have a good Father's Day.